What's going on, y'all? It's CVO Trades here. Today we're gonna look at some of the trades I took, and we're gonna look back maybe some throughout this week as well. So first things first, I was trading YM. Go to the daily chart. I see that we took this low from Monday. Oh, sorry, last Thursday. So usually at the lower range, we're not trying to be too bearish here. So there's also a order block here as well. So once I see that we close back within the range, the next target is higher. And then if I focus on this daily here, you can see that there's a new day opening gap, and we also swept yesterday's low. Today's Thursday, so we swept the low. So the draw should be higher. All right, so that's my daily bias that we're going higher today. Now when I go to the 4-hour formation, let me back out of this. Is this 4-hour? I think it is. Yeah, it is. Okay, so on the 4-hour, shout out to GXT or Garrett Trades. This is kind of a new way of framing how I get my bias as well. I'm looking mainly for this kind of signature in price. So you can see it's kind of like a 3-candle setup, and I'll number it off too. So, all right, and then the way I'm gonna frame it. Right, so if I see a 6 a.m. reversal, so I'm guessing this is, okay, this is 2 a.m. 2 a.m. reversal, and then it's going to be 6 a.m. expansion, 10 a.m. continuation, right? And then if I see, kind of the same thing. We see 6 a.m. reversal, 10 a.m. expansion, 2 p.m. continuation. All right, so this is how I frame my trades. That's mainly what I'm looking for. So the 4-hour is very important to me. I don't know what this is doing there. All right, so here, this is at 10 p.m. Just nothing going on. 2 a.m. we have a chance of reversal because we swept the low and closed back in the range. And then candle 3, the 6 a.m. is expansion. So we can anticipate, or there's a higher chance I should say, of the 10 a.m. candle being continuation. Now if I jump to the 1-hour, and then I'll kind of replay it just so you can see, because you can't just long off this for no reason. And I also added this indicator if it helps you visualize the 4-hour formation. It's ICT high time frame candles. The settings to get the numbers or the time above. First, you want 4 hours and you want to see 4 candles. If you want to see the candles or the times above, it's interval value. So you just check mark that box off. I think that's all you really need. You can turn the rest of these off. I don't think you really need it, or at least I don't need it. So now this is very easy for me to visualize. I can just see like 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? So this is a 2 a.m. candle, so then this should expand. All right, so now there's no entry function until this candle pops up, right? So what exactly do you see here? You see a change in the steady delivery. Now what is that? It's when you have the most recent up down close candle being closed above. So the way I like to think of it is, I mean, you can think support resistance flip, or you can think of it as a lower high being turned into a higher low. So I'm seeing this and then I'm thinking, all right, I think we see a shift in trend. So this would be a CSD. I'm gonna mark that off. I'm gonna make it blue just so it's a little bit more appealing. And then let's see what happens. Now I'm not even awake yet, or I'm not even entering the market until like, I don't know, 10. So time is this is 8. Let's go to 9. All right, so 9 right here. We can see that we've closed above, so it's kind of reconfirming that we have strength going into here. Also, what do you notice on the left side? You see all these wicks that's going to be called low resistance liquidity. So LR. The last R stands for run. So whenever you have these wicks being built up, it's liquidity being engineered, and this will all be taken out really quick. Now there's only one sweep here, and I guess there's two, but the rest of it should be pretty easy to wipe through. So now that I have my bias that the 9 a.m. is confirmed, the 6 a.m. candle that we've put in a CSD, I haven't marked it yet. Right, and this is going to be propulsion block. And now I can jump to a smaller time frame and see where we're headed. All right, and then I forgot to mention there's also some SMT here with NQ. And what's SMT? It's whenever you have a divergence with a correlated asset. So it's kind of like a crack in correlation. Let me turn these off real quick. All right, so where are we? Okay, here. We're right here, and this relevant swing point, 930. Okay, so this SMT going on right there. So it's giving me, whenever you have SMT, that means this low is protected. All right, we should not come back in here to break it. So I'm seeing that, and I'm gonna leave this back here. So now that we have our bias, now that we've confirmed upside is coming, how can we get onside for this trade? So if you were trading before 10 a.m., you can enter off this fair value gap, this inverse fair value gap, right? And it will look something like this. And then you would target up here. Okay. Now, if you are trading after the 10 a.m., let me hide this, and you're waiting for an entry function, let's see if one gives. Sometimes it doesn't give in the 5 minute. You might just have to wait for a 3 minute, or go down to a 3 minute, I should say. Yeah, so it doesn't really give anything on a 3 minute. Let's see if it does on here. So right here, this is where it's confirmed, to me at least. This candle is an order block. Okay, so this is an OB. And then I would just put it like this. We saw the 10 a.m. candle already made a wick low, and if we're expecting expansion, the signature for expansion candles usually is a small wick and hard or big body up. All right, now where's that? Okay, so then I would be targeting like this. All right, let's see how this plays out. And there you go. So perfectly hits this swing point. Why did I pick that as a target? Obviously, it can go higher. I just think it was the beginning of this entire move down. And oh, I didn't even, let me show you in replay. Sorry, I didn't even put the replay thing on. So let's say you bought, let's say you just bought and then you didn't even buy the retest. And then you want a partial one here. You just let it run. Oh, you can't do partials on replay. I forgot. And then you'd be done for the day. All right. If you wanted to ride the whole thing, you could move your stops up. But I just wanted to show this trade I took today. So that for me passed an eval because I took 3 minis. I took 3 minis off of YM because I saw that NQ was already exploding, right? And I saw YM was lagging pretty hard. I was like, all right, so why is this asset lagging? And when NQ is just face ripping, one of them is lying, and to me it was, it's either they're lying or it's lagging, and that to me was YM. So that's why I took the YM trade. Let's see how much time do we have. All right, so that was 10 minutes. That might have been too long. I'll go over another setup real quick. And then just to know, that was my first expansion candle I've ever rode to the top. So pretty cool, pretty big milestone for me at least. All right, let's see. Okay, we're gonna do the same framework. Delete this. All right, so let's apply the same thing up here. So this is a 6 a.m. candle, nothing yet, can't take anything off this. It's really rare that we get a 10 a.m. reversal. And then why did we reverse? I don't actually know why we reversed off there. I think there's S&T. Pretty sure there's S&T up here, so that's why we reversed. But this is a pretty bad, or a pretty significant reversal signature. It swept the candle high and then closed or engulfed the prior candle. So this is 6 a.m. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I don't really like this price action just because the following candles were so, they didn't expand hard enough. And I'm gonna explain to you why that is, or not why, but I just don't like this kind of setup. Now the 1 hour is pretty clean, so you can have this if you were anticipating candle 3. Let's see if there's any entry function off yesterday. So if you're seeing a 10 a.m. Where's my? If you're seeing a 10 a.m. reversal, then you want to see, you're gonna get a 2 p.m. expansion, and then 6 p.m. continuation. All right, so in this case, let me go back. 10 a.m. reversal, 2 p.m. I don't really know if you count this as expansion because this expanded pretty hard. Well, 2 p.m. continuation and then 6 p.m. continuation. And then let's look at the setup right here. I'm pretty sure I memorized. On the 5 minute, let's go bearish. Yeah, there it is. So we're gonna replay it. Let's come to here. If you have, let's see, if you have, let's do the, all right, so if you have, you can also put on the 1 hour if you don't have the indicator for TTFM, and I'm just gonna test it out here. So I see that this candle's high was swept, all right. Make it red. So it's swept, we can't close above, and not only did we sweep, but there's also a break-in structure here, or CSD. So I'm thinking, because we did this, and then I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for some kind of entry function. You could enter off here like this. And then what would you target? You kind of target, I guess you need 2R, right? So something like that. But let's see. So you could enter immediately off like this. Now I don't personally like to see it because I like gaps. So I would have waited and then until something like this. Now this would have been perfect, right? So you would have been, this was better to me because you get a little bit more confirmation. And then we're gonna come down here. And then let's just say we sold one. Now the reason I don't like this trade is just the way it moved down. It's kind of very high wicks. So it's a lot of wicks up here, up here, up here, until finally it dies. So that's why I personally didn't take it. And also the 10 a.m. reversal is so rare that I didn't expect it, but it would have paid. And then it just keeps funneling down. So that was a pretty good trade if you got in shorts yesterday. Now let's see if there's anything else for the rest of the week, or I can end the video. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else really. I guess the 1 hour chart is pretty clean, but it's midday, so I'm probably not even looking at that. And then, yeah, this is actually pretty clean up here. All right, I'm just gonna wrap it up. Hopefully you guys kind of learned something today. The main takeaway I wanted you to see, just put it on the 4 hour time frame and then just look for this. Look for 2 a.m. reversal. If you get that, expect 6 a.m. expansion, 10 a.m. continuation. And then just wait and see. That's all you gotta do. All right, and then you can back test it too, because every single every single reversal always has, or should always have, a 3 candle swing, right? The first one sets the high or sets the swing. The second one will sweep that swing, and then the third one will expand. All right, so 1, 2, 3 up, 1, 2, 3 down, and then you can apply it almost everywhere. I wouldn't really use it right here because it's really hard, but I guess you can. It would still count. All right, 1, 2, 3, then up. Even, and you can apply it everywhere. Even the daily might be even stronger. All right, so that's it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. And Apex is having a 90% sale off, so make sure you take advantage of that. Use one of the codes: T-Trades, TBM, RIPS, SMART. It ends at midnight. I think it's like 6-7 hours from now, so make sure you take advantage of that. I got 15 accounts. Trying to get to 20. That'd be the dream, to get a payout on all 20, man. I'll probably cry tears of happiness. All right, but I kept this video long enough, and I hope you guys took something away today. Peace.